Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all. This is Shweta Shikre and we are learning DNA damage and repair. So let's see. Before going to start the DNA damage and repair mechanisms, we will see the content. So first is introduction. Introduction about DNA damage and repair. After that, mutation. What is meant by mutation? What are the types of mutation and what are the mutagens? Next to this is DNA damage. Okay. After that, DNA repair mechanism. In this, different mechanisms: proofreading, direct repair, in this photoreactivation. Next, excision repair. In that, there are three different excision repair mechanisms are there: base excision repair, nucleotide excision repair, and mismatch repair. Okay. After that, recombinational repair and repair of double strand break. So these are the contents we are going to see in this lecture. So let's start. Introduction. So before going to start this introduction, we'll see DNA damage and DNA mutation. Okay. So what is the difference between mutation and DNA damage? Both are same or different? DNA damage and DNA mutation, these both are distinctly different from each other. Okay. But both are the types of what? Errors of DNA. Errors in DNA. Right? So DNA damage, basically it is a change occurs in what? Chemical structure of DNA. Okay, whichever bonds are present in between in DNA strand. DNA strand made up of what? Phosphodiester bond and the hydrogen bond responsible to hold two strands. So when this chemical structure between this strand get changed, this DNA damage will occur. So then what is meant by mutation? Mutation is result of DNA damage. In this, you can see the change in bases, which you can see here, change in the sequence of your standard base pairs. It may be purine or it may be pyrimidine. Okay. So the one thing I want to discuss here, that DNA damage can cause mutation. Is it? So yes, DNA damage can cause mutation. Here DNA damage basically cause change in what? Structure of the genetic material. Okay. If that structure of genetic material get changed, it means what? Whichever replication process is there, that also get changed. So functioning of that cells cannot be proper. Right? So properly that cell cannot perform their function. Understood? So here it is DNA. It means here is this DNA damage can undergo DNA repair mechanism? Yes. Is this DNA mutation can undergo repair mechanism? So we'll see both of these things. If this DNA damage can undergo DNA damage, there is a possibility to repair that DNA. Okay, but in case of DNA mutation cannot undergo DNA repair mechanism. Okay, so as I told, mutation is result of your DNA damage. So you can control that mutation at the stage of DNA damage, because DNA damage have ability to repair. Right? So in which cells this DNA damage can occur? Basically those are non-replicating cells are there. In these cells this DNA damage can occur. But these are both errors, gives what? Mutation and change in the genetic material. Okay. So chemical alteration, as I told, backbone of DNA and break in the double strand DNA, it can cause DNA damage, and change in the standard base pairs, purine, pyrimidines, it can cause mutation. right? So this whichever errors are occurring due to the DNA damage, due to this you can repair by using repair mechanism. But here in case of mutation, whichever changes are occurring, you cannot repair it. That can pass through the cell generation. It can passes from one generation to the another generation. So to control this mutation, to transfer from one generation to another, you have to control the mutation at the stage of DNA damage. Understood? If your alteration in gene occurs, if alteration in base pairs occurs, this changes leads to what? Improper gene functioning. You know, improper gene function is, it means what? Regulation of gene expression also improper, right? So this is the things we have to learn before going to learn DNA damage and repair mechanism. So who will detect this DNA damage in your genome? Yes. So here one complex transduction pathway is there that responsible to detect the DNA damage. So DNA damage response, DDR, this is a complex transduction pathway which recognize the DNA, their damage, and initiate the cellular response to the damage. Understood? So we will see, before DNA damage, we will see about mutation. So to check the mutation, one test is here, is nothing but Ames test. Okay, so who developed that test? This test developed by Bruce and Ames in 1970. Okay, so this test for what? Mutagens, to check the mutagens, to check the mutagenicity. Okay, so this study to test for chemicals is mutagens or not. Okay, to check the activity of the chemicals, these chemicals are mutagens or not, right? Next, based on the principle of reverse mutation or back mutation. So this is the theory here for the Ames test, which is the basic principle of your Ames test is nothing but reverse mutation or a back mutation. We will see what is this reverse mutation and back mutation. The name itself indicate what? Reverse mutation. It means if any bacteria already having with the mutant genotype, already mutated bacteria is there, you have to expose to this mutagens, chemical mutagens. So chemical mutagens can create their effect on that bacteria and reverse the functioning of this mutated bacteria into the normal functioning. Understood? So this is the reverse mutation or back mutation. So this test is also known as what? Bacterial reverse mutation assay. So in which bacteria you can perform this? So firstly, the test organisms are strains of the bacteria are nothing but Salmonella and E. coli that can carry the mutations. Okay, next. So here see this principle or the procedure for this mutation test. Here this culture having with what? Salmonella. I mean Salmonella. This is the bacteria Salmonella culture having with histidine minus. It means here absence of this histidine gene in this bacteria, which is mutated one, because the gene responsible to encode the histidine is mutated in this bacteria. So this is the culture of this bacteria. Without it means the histidine gene is mutated. Okay, so we are passing through these two steps, proceeding through these two steps. So we are taking the cells of the Salmonella and adding into the agar with these nutrients, but here absence of what? Histidine. Okay, so in this Petri plate, in this culture, we are loading our bacterial culture. Okay, so in first, this is the first Petri plate. In that we are loading the chemical mutagen. With this bacterial culture, we are loading our chemical mutagen here, okay, or spreading our chemical mutagen. But here, in case here second Petri plate, here we are not adding chemical mutagen, here only presence of your bacterial culture, okay. So what results occur after 12 hours incubation period? So here suspected mutagen added to the medium, right? Here we are already added chemical mutagens in this. So result is what? Number of bacterial grow in this culture, but here only 2 bacterial cells get grow. Why this result occur here? So in presence of chemical mutagens, as I told, this culture is without histidine, right? Histidine mutated. So here after adding the chemical mutagen, the functioning of this bacterial culture or bacterial cell get reversed into the normal one and cell can grow easily. But here because of we are not adding the chemical mutation, so here not changes occurs in bacterial cells, right? Understood? Next, the practical application of the M test is to screen chemical mutagens that cause mutation and carcinogenic to the human. So basically application of this M test is what? To screen the chemical mutagens. This is test for what? To study the mutation, to study the mutagens, to study the chemical mutagens, because mutagens are responsible to create the mutation in bacterial cell. But why here carcinogenic test? This is test for mutation, no. So why for the carcinogenic test? Carcinogenicity, because some mutations are responsible to cause the cancer. So that's why we are including carcinogenic study also here, right? So detect suitable mutants in large population of bacteria with high sensitivity. This test responsible to give result at high sensitivity. It is a test for mutagenicity, not for the carcinogenicity. However, most of the mutagens, more than 90%, see here, more than 90% of this mutagens or mutation occurs due to the carcinogenicity occurs due to the mutagens, 90% of the mutagens. So this detected by M test are responsible to cause the cancer. Understood? Next, it is a bacterial reverse mutation assay, as I told. So the defective genes of bacteria can be mutated into the functional gene. So whichever mutated bacteria is there, their functioning is mutated one. So it will get converted into functional gene. Understood? This is the important of your reverse assay, bacterial reverse assay, bacterial reverse mutation assay. Understood? Next is types of mutation that we will see in next lecture. Till that, take care and keep learning. Thank you.